Sometimes Republicans are just haters or racist haters. So you got this Joaquin Castro at Castro for Congress. He says, sad to see so many San Antonians as 2019 maximum donors to Donald Trump, the owner of Bill Miller Barbecue, owner of historic Pearl, realtor, Phyllis Browning, etc. Their contribution or fill in the campaign of hate that labels Hispanic immigrants as invaders. So there's 22 San Antonio donors who contributed the most that is allowable under the law to Donald Trump. People are pissed off about this because they're saying, how come you're, pointing out this public information? This public information is important because all these people who contributed to Donald Trump, maybe they did it for business reasons, this reason, that reason, but what is definitely known is that his racist rhetoric and his racist bullshit, they are fine with. They are okay with. That's, maybe that's the reason they donated, maybe it's something else. But they definitely look over it like it's nothing. So you got Mary Barrett, you got, a bunch of retired people. I'll read the retired people. Okay, so you got Mary Barrett, Gregory Kowalski, Angela Goldsberry, Larry Hudler, Jack Gunther, Beth Harper, Heidi Duke, Betty Ebram, Mary Jo Groundhofer, David Herman, Larry Franklin, Randy Codwallader, Heidi Duke, Jack Gunther. Okay, so that's the retired people. Now, for the rest of them, August H. Beck III, Lynn Lawrence. August H. Beck III is part of A.H. Beck Foundation Company. Lynn Lawrence is of the Jack Lawrence Corporation. Christopher Goldsberry of Silver Ventures. Edward B. Kelly of USAA. Melian Bowman, self-employed. Dana Powell, homemaker. William E. Greehey, Valero Oil Company. Patrick J. Kennedy Sr., Kennedy Southern LLP. Phyllis Browning, Phyllis Browning Company. Barry Roberts, Coates Energy. Jack Gunther, Samuel K. Knowlton, VK Knowlton Construction. Van H. Archer Jr., self-employed. Mark Hanrahan, Mid-American Aerospace. David Kuykendall of the Kuykendall Company. Heidi Duke, Lawrence. Biden Harn of Osborne Airs Company. Ballas Miller, Bill Miller Barbecue. Christopher Gill and Associates. Wayne H. Harwell Company. Hamid R. Seadin, U.S. Chamber of Commerce of China. What? That's a San Antonio organization, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, China. John H. Shields, self-employed. Roxana Hain, entrepreneur. Drew Crossland Pipeline Constitution. Brian Groundhofer, Mary Jo Groundhofer, Betty Ebram, retired. Justin Herricks, Precision Pipe Rentals. Edward Steves and Company Incorporated. It's kind of interesting. Jack Gunther and Brian Groundhofer and Mary Jo Groundhofer. She's retired, but he's, I guess, works for his own company, Brian Gunhofer. So, yeah. Jack Gunther, Performance Companies, Israel Fogiel, Great American Companies, Leonard Holzman, Liverpool Int, Hugh Sun, information requested. David Herman, retired. Larry Franklin, retired. Harper and Huddleston. And then Cheryl Tuke, Lakeside Properties, LLC. They donated the maximum amount, so they give him $5,000. $5,000 to, go do your thing. Bill Murr Barbecue. People like, oh, I'm going to go shop there. I like all these people. These are good. People are getting mad. You're putting these people on blast. If something happens to them, a lot of people want to argue that it's not the politicians, it's the people above the politicians, and it's both. It's the politicians and their donors. So who's donating? Who's donating this rich billionaire? Who's giving this rich billionaire more and more money for his racist hatred bullshit? Here's some more top donors for Donald Trump this year. Robert Mercer, give him $13 million. Sheldon Adelson, give him $10 million. Linda McMahon, give him $6 million. Bernard Marcus, give $7 million. Jeffrey Palmer, give $2 million. Ronald M. Cameron, $2 million. Peter Thiel, $1.25 million. Walter Buckley Jr., $1 million. Sherna Moskowitz, $1 million. And then Peter Zeev, $1 million. So, you know, this is right after the shooting in El Paso and Dayton, which left 31 people dead and, you know, a bunch of people injured. Now, the Republicans, they're going to be, you know, a bunch of hypocritical fucks. They're going to sit there and say, well, his racist rhetoric isn't shit, and that's fine and dandy. They're not going to say shit about that, but then a lot of them are going to say, how come you're publishing his donors? Why are you doing that, huh? If anything happens to them, I'll blame you. You're responsible. Well, all this stuff is public information on Open Secrets. You know, he compiled the information, but the information's out there, and it's public information, and it should be public information. You know, you have some dark money that comes in, and they don't even have to say who they are. So that's insanity. That's crazy. People can spend money on a candidate in America, they run a bunch of ads in America, and they don't even have to disclose who they are. So when it comes to the maximum, I think it's like 5,000. You can do 2,000 and then 5,000, something like that. So according to the FEC guidelines, individuals could contribute up to $2,800 to federal candidates per election. That means they could, for example, give that maximum for the primary and general election, meaning $5,600 combined. So if they donate for the primary and the general election, then they can donate $5,600. If they want to stay anonymous, then you could give cash contributions of $50 or less, and that's anonymous. If the contributions add up to more than $200 during a 2-year cycle to a certain candidate, then campaigns have to report them to the FEC, including the amount, date of receipt, the contributor's name, address, occupation, and employer. That information can then be accessed on the FEC's website or on websites that aggregate that information, such as Open Secrets. So, yeah, super PACs can take in unlimited amounts of money, and they, you know, I don't think that Colorado made them, you know, say that they have to report their donors. But regardless, you know, all those people, they did donate to this racist piece of shit, and they say, oh, you're spreading hatred. You're not spreading hatred. You're spreading, spreading facts. You're spreading facts. And if you don't like that the facts of the donors, you know, was disclosed in a more public way than just the, you know, Federal Election Commission and the Open Secrets website, well, it's absolutely, what a fucking hypocrite. What a fucking hypocrite. You get shitty, you know, when you're, you know, just being told, so it's going to be this guy, so what fucking that barbecue restaurant, so Mr. Barbecue, he's going to donate, right, Bill Miller Barbecue, so Bill Miller Barbecue is going to donate, you know, over $5,000 to Donald Trump, okay, so that's a fact, that's information that's necessary. So it's just, they're hypocritical. They're hypocritical. The racist rhetoric that inflames violence to hurt innocent people of color, that's fine. They're okay with that general racist rhetoric, right? But if they say, hey, these are the people financing Trump. Trump's a billionaire. He's getting paid $350,000 every year, and still fucking assholes want to throw millions of dollars at him, thousands of dollars, $5,000. My God, there's so many people that's hurting out here that could use $5,000, but instead you're going to give it to a rich millionaire who's going to fuck over all the brown people because you're a white supremacist. I don't think it's crazy to think, you know, that these people are, you know, they clearly looked over Donald Trump's white supremacy. When he says racist shit, you know, they probably laugh about it and they love it, right? This is just who these people are. So, yeah, I think they're total hypocrites, and the only reason I saw that this was a story was because people were outraged. So these bunch of snowflakes, right? Snowflakes are all pissed off. Hey, how dare you tell us who donated to Trump's campaign? That's supposed to be a secret. We want to be able to, you know, like the KKK, we want to be able to finance the KKK without actually anybody knowing what we're doing. My God, this is KKK that's just exposed. They can see us. They know our names, and they know who we are and who we work for. It's FEC rules every donor to every candidate. It's public information. Open Secrets publishes everybody's donor. and, you know, all the politicians. You know, okay, here, let's read some of the comments and then I'll end it. So, you're a disgrace to the U.S. Congress, and you're irresponsible, amateurish, childish actions are going to put people in danger. You're an embarrassment to the country. If anything happens to these people, this is Whispering Peach with a dog picture. Okay, we're going to listen to Whispering Peach. If anything happens to these people or their businesses, Castro for Congress should be held liable. Democrats are causing hate. Democrats are causing hate. Well, snowflake. So many snowflakes. So, and then a couple other things. So those are the top comments, right? Dear secular citizen, how about a list of all donors who contribute to the GOP Republican candidates and PACs, funnel money to advance Republican policies and put free market principles where avoid supporting them with their business? Then, by that logic, I should be able to dox you. It's not doxing, it's all public records. My thoughts exactly. You're the reason we own and carry guns for self. Actually, the reason you own a gun is to obliterate an immigrant. We've seen enough proof of that already. Real men don't need an AK-15 to verify their manhood. Why are you thinking about my penis in the middle of a gun control argument? This is unbelievable. I can't believe this is a U.S. congressman. Where's your integrity? These people deserve this harassment all for having a different political ideology than you. So he just published public information, right? What people do with that information, isn't that the whole thing about speech? Right? What people do with that information, that's up to them. You know, I think, we could write letters to them. We could just put them on blast. We could do a tweet and then they get all fucking pissy about it. I mean, I think this is fine. He tweeted something, now this is going to cause, shut the fuck up. That's so stupid. So, and it's hypocrisy, right? He could fucking inflame all the hatred in the world, then encourage one of his fucking crazy racist gunners to shoot, 31 innocent people. Are they outraged about that? Are they pissed about that? No, they don't give a shit. They'll rush and defend his fucking racist ass because they're racist themselves. So just by pointing out this public information, I think it's vital. I think that this is a better conversation overall. Who actually runs America? Is it the politicians or is it their donors? Okay, so when it comes to the economics, I think that's when people freak out. So they're following the money. Follow the money. Who's keeping Donald in power? Why is he only talking to his base? How come he's not uniting the country? Why is he a racist piece of shit sending a bunch of racist dog whistle fucking bullshit out? That's a better conversation. So who's responsible, right? Who runs America? Is it the politicians or is it the donors? And I think there's a lot of good arguments to say, it's the donors, but, sometimes Donald will probably do as he pleases, or maybe not. Maybe, because he gets all this money from all these millionaires that he thinks, well, then I'm doing good. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Thank you for financing this, this train. Thanks for this. Thanks for all the fuel to this car. So, Jesus, he's a millionaire getting paid by the taxpayers, and people are donating him money. It's like they love him so fucking much, it's over the top. And it's, crazy. So I would like to know each one of those candidates, or each one of those donors, why did you donate so much? You donated the maximum amount, $5,000. Is it because of the race? Tell me that it's not because of the racism, because I want to know why you're supporting this horse shit. I'm actually opposed to gun control, but I'm also opposed to Trump's fucking racist rhetoric bullshit. He's been racist since day one, since he got into fucking office. He's playing Southern strategy like he's smart, all right? He basically it's a Southern strategy, so he says all this states' rights and anti-busing sort of rhetoric just to get, it's so, it's not strictly racist, it's not overt racism, it's so theoretical, who could say that it's racist or not? So that's, Nixon's Southern strategy. That's the busing argument. Joe Biden was opposed to busing too, along with all these, white supremacists. So anyways, that's Joaquin Castro. Oh, it's because your brother's polling low. I like Julian Castro a bunch. His police reform plan almost has me thinking about voting for him. So